For the class In the Footsteps of the Buddha, we discussed mandalas, the Buddha families, and the five elements. I used a combination of resources, both Reggie Ray's book, The Secret of the Vajra World, and the text by Stephen Hayes, in order to determine which Buddha family and which element best described me. I determined that for the element, I was best represented by water. For the Buddha family, I believe the Vajra Buddha family best described me. Based on Stephen Hayes' text, I discovered that the element water best describes me. Water is a complex element, and the characteristics that I believe best describe me were knowledge, self-discovery, strategy, and individuality. I value knowledge and actually learning and understanding the material. Self-reflection and self-discovery, I believe, are both essential for personal growth. The water element also has the characteristic of an intellectually oriented personality, which is something that is most definitely me. But because of this type of personality, it can lead to distance from others. When it comes to things that have to do with academics or education or intellectually oriented, I tend to focus on that more than anything else, which does create distance. Another characteristic or important ideal that goes with the water element is the characteristic of self-discovery. This can be applied to the characteristic of wanting to know the truth, which leads to questions such as who am I and who am I meant to be? These questions, especially as a junior, are something that I wrestle with. These questions will hopefully lead to the answer of what is personal fulfillment to me. People with water tendencies usually respond to situations in general with an inner emotional response. This is something that's quite obviously me. Unless it is something huge, I tend to react to situations inwardly and internally rather than externally and outwardly. The idea of a scientific personality allows people with water characteristics to observe and understand and listen to new ideas, concepts, and options. Typically, these situations are observed in an unbiased perspective, to see the situation for what it truly is. Because water is a powerful element, the characteristics that can be interpreted in both positive and negative expressions, some of which that I experience myself. The negative expressions that I experience are the characteristics of defensiveness, distance, and coldness. Because of the focus and ambition that I have, I know it can come off as defensive and distant. As a person, I try to be considerate of others and their feelings, but when it comes to things that are intellectually oriented, I struggle with being warming and welcoming. The positive expressions that I believe that I exhibit are determined, tactical, and ambitious. When I have a task given to me, I will finish it and I will be determined to finish it in the best way possible. Usually my determination is highest when someone tells me that I can't do something. I'm tactical in the sense that I try to be smart about how I approach things, such as assignments, projects, tests, studying, and I'm tactical in the way that I approach people. I try to approach people with open-mindedness and kindness. I am ambitious in the way that I would love to accomplish and achieve a lot, both personally and academically. The Buddha family that I identify with is the Vajra family. This picture here has all of the 5 Buddha families. For the Vajra family, the direction is east, the element is water, the color is blue, the temperature is cold, the enlightened style is clarity, precision, the defilement is anger, the neurotic style is aggressive, irritable, the season is winter, the association with the body are eyes, the realm is hell, and the primary function is thinking. Akshaboya is the lord of the Vajra family. Akshaboya is blue and represents mirror-like wisdom, and its opposite, aggression. The directness of aggression is transformed into the quality of a mirror, clearly reflecting everything. Vajra is associated with sharpness and textures. The Vajra family reflects a blue energy like a crystal clear mirror. Vajra energy reflects what it sees without bias. When people manifest the wisdom aspect of Vajra, they are clear-minded with an intellectual brilliance, sharp and precise. They maintain a perspective and are full of integrity. Vajra also has a self-righteousness that can harden into cold or hot anger. When people manifest the confused quality of Vajra, they can be overly analytical, critical, opinionated, authoritarian, and demanding of perfection. The Vajra family is known for precision and intellectual exactness. It is associated with the lightning sky of dawn. It makes quick and precise decisions to deal with everything. Based on this, the Vajra family is very similar to the water element description I gave earlier, and I do relate to much of this. Precision and exactness represent clarity. The scientific characteristic of observation allows me to understand and listen to situations without bias. Overall, I think that the element water and the Vajra family both represent me.